All right. What is up, y'all? It's Emilio, and I am so happy that you clicked on this video. And if you end up liking some of the information on this video, if it ends up helping you at all, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. I'm really just making this video to help people, and this is my career, so what I love to do. And so if you have any questions, leave a comment down below. If you like the video, leave a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe, and it's just a blessing that you're here, and hopefully I can share some faith, fitness, and health with you guys. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and just basically go into the thumbnail. In the thumbnail, I'm going to basically just put like how to lose 50 pounds in the next 6 months in 2023. Yeah, I'm basically just going to go over that in this video, how I did it, some ways that I did it at that time, as well as some other tools that I figured out along the way to kind of better help you guys along your personal fitness journey. So hopefully these tools help. I broke it up into basically about 5 different steps, hoping that these 5 steps make it as simple as possible for somebody who is just starting out their fitness journey, trying to lose as much weight as possible in a healthy way. So without further ado, let me go ahead and go into it. So the first thing that I really wanted to talk about right off the bat and just make known is that you want to get to the root of the problem and understand that it actually might be deeper than you think. You might want to lose some weight right now, but understand it might be deeper than just I want to lose some weight. Why are you at the point you're at? Right? You really want to work to identify the actual issue, because it might just not be, oh, I've always been fat, or oh, I've always overate, or yada, yada, yada. It could be so much deeper than that. So really identifying the real issue on why you're unhappy with yourself, why you're overweight at the moment is going to be key, and actually fixing the real issue, right? Actually losing weight is just a lot of the time it's a butterfly effect of what actually is going on, right? So whether you're, right now in this current moment struggling in your marriage, struggling in your relationship, struggling with your friends, struggling at work, right? A lot of these things can cause stress, can cause so many things to kind of go on in your life. It might be a coping mechanism, right? Eating when you're sad, right, might be a coping mechanism for where you're at. Eating bad food might be a coping mechanism for why you're in this overweight situation, or when things go wrong, you just decide to overeat and consume things that actually and we all know are not good for you. And so identifying the real issue, what's going on in your life, and how can we fix that in order to get you on a solid fitness journey so you can actually start doing the things that you need to do to lose weight without having those negative effects that can come with that, right? Body image issues, etc. So understanding what the real issue is and actually identifying it will be literally the first step in understanding how to lose body fat and lose weight over time. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about. I don't think people talk about that side of fitness enough, and I just wanted to touch on that. Now we're going to start talking about very applicable things that you can do right now. After you have that first step set out, what can you do right now in order to lose body fat and lose weight and lose those next 50 pounds here soon? So the next thing is start tracking your food, okay? And here's what I mean by that. Start tracking your food by scale, like understanding how much calories you actually consume on a daily basis is important, because you need to understand what you're actually eating. Too many people kind of mindlessly eat without understanding how much food they're truly eating. They'll tell me all they had today was 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Well, you just threw 1,200 calories down your throat without even understanding or realizing it, right? So people consume a lot more food than they actually think. And so tracking your food by scale for a certain period of time, whether it's, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, just to get a good understanding of how much calories is in each different food, or how many macros you could be consuming or should be consuming, right, to feel best with your body. Just understanding your body and understanding how much food actually is when it comes to calorically, and even like just nutrient based, understanding like what am I eating and how is it benefiting me, and understanding how many calories it truly has. Because the one thing that you can just cut out right now, I'm dead serious, is just stop drinking your calories. Like literally stop drinking your calories. That is one of the most, in my opinion, pointless things to do when it comes to achieving your fitness goals. You're literally wasting calories. You could be spending those calories, eating actual food, right? And again, this video is pertaining to people losing weight. If your goal is to lose weight, you should definitely not be drinking your calories, right? But again, overall, just understanding and weighing your food for a bit, tracking your calories for a bit. And like I said, it doesn't have to be something you do for your entire life. Yes, one day you can and decide to intuitively eat, but right now, just try focus on tracking your calories, tracking your food, and understanding what foods you are actually eating and how much of it you're actually eating is going to be critical in your fitness journey. The next thing I really encourage you to do right now to help you lose 50 pounds is find a hobby. Find some sort of hobby that you can do on a daily basis that kind of gets you burning calories a little bit more effortlessly, right? Do something that you don't really think that you're doing, but you're doing. For example, right? Go rock climbing, okay? Like something that's super fun. You can go on a date with your girlfriend. If you don't have one, find one, okay? Go on a date with her. Do something, right, where you guys are burning calories a little bit more effortlessly. Go bicycle riding. I don't know. Go play rugby. Go to the batting cages. Go play soccer out in the field. Just do something where you might be burning more calories like 2 to 3 times a week. And just kind of schedule that. Make that a daily routine. It could be, again, something like a hobby, something that you're not really thinking about, something that just kind of happens and you're like, oh, cool, I spent an hour playing basketball and I burned, 500 calories during that session. And it felt like fun. It felt like you didn't even have to think about it. And you burned calories, which is working towards a healthier version of you. So yeah, just get some sort of hobby going, do something fun, do something active. So the next thing kind of blends in with the last thing I talked about, but kind of talking about it deeper is increasing your general activity for the day, right? So everybody burns a certain amount of calories per day. And an easy way to increase that is by just moving more in general. Like even me tapping my foot, let's say on the mat right now, would be a version of like me moving. I'm moving more, right? So if you need to park your car a little farther away, so you can walk to the grocery store a little bit farther. If you need to take a few extra steps, if you need to just go out for a walk with your baby or whatever you need to do to just kind of increase your activity throughout the day. When you do your laundry, when you do all these little things that you really don't think about, these minute little things that you do in your life, they burn calories. They help you get to your goals. So maybe just making those things a little bit more harder, doing those things a little bit more often, right? Just getting up and moving around the house, doing something that's very minute and increasing your, we call it NEAT, which is non-exercise activity. Thermogenesis, but non-exercise activity, meaning just move more and do stuff that's really nonchalant, just stuff to burn calories throughout the day. The last thing is going to be weight training. I know some people don't like to weight train because guess what? It's hard. Who wants to put 50-pound dumbbells, 60-pound dumbbells, 80-pound dumbbells over their head? Nobody really. Even I don't. At some point, it gets like too heavy, and you're like, dang, I really got to pick this dumbbell up and lift this weight. But understand there's so many forms of weight training, whether it's HIIT, CrossFit, strict standard weight training. Just incorporate some sort of weight training into your routine in order for you to, lose weight and build a little bit of muscle along the way. You really don't want to lose all this weight and lose all this body fat and have zero muscle under. You're going to end up being just as unhappy or just a little bit more unhappy with your body, to be completely honest, because you're going to lose all this weight. You're going to end up being skinny fat because you didn't build any sort of muscle to complement you losing weight. So understanding that including some sort of weight training in your regimen on a daily basis is going to be key in losing body fat and gaining muscle at the same time. Even if it's a little bit of muscle, it's going to look better than if you had no muscle. So whether you include 30 minutes of weight training, whether you include an hour of weight training a day or every other day or 3 days a week, 2 days, it could be literally 2 days a week where you go into the gym and you just get strong on some key lifts like a deadlift, a squat, a barbell bench press, right? 2 different days out of the week where you just focus on getting strong, feeling good, right? Lifting heavy weight within reason, right? With good form. Doing that on a 2 to 3 day basis will help your fitness and health so much. There's too many studies to prove that weightlifting and strength training is like such a mind-blowing benefit for your longevity and health. It's insane. So if you're not doing any sort of weight training, like I said, 30 minutes to an hour every other day or 2 to 3 days a week, like you're missing out on some extreme benefit when it comes to your health in the long term. So hopefully this video helped you guys out a little bit. I think it's really important to, make those little steps first. And these are some really great changes you can make in your life to really help encourage you to lose weight, build muscle, all that kind of stuff. This is literally for the average person who is trying to lose body fat as soon as possible, but in the best way possible. And if you're confused on how to actually calculate your calories, there's a bunch of calculators online. You can literally go online and just look up TDEE calculator. Literally, it's so simple to figure out your calories. If you want it done by hand and you want it done by me, literally just follow me on Instagram down below in the comments. I'll tag it in there and I'll literally calculate it for you. Just DM me, say you subscribed on my YouTube, and just let me know that you saw the video, and I'd love to calculate your calories for you. But if you want to do it yourself, there's literally a bunch of online calculators to figure out. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but it is going to get you on the right track. Making sure that you're like minimizing your calories by about only like 300 to 400. You don't want to go into too low of a deficit, because then it's not going to be super sustainable, right? Make sure that you're losing weight in a reasonable amount of time. So make sure all that is in place when you're making your goals. Is going to be super important. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, again, please go ahead and subscribe. Make sure that you comment down below on what you learned most. And yeah, follow me on all the socials. And if you have questions, feel free to DM me and all that stuff. So yeah, and if you're interested in coaching, go ahead and just, again, follow my Instagram and shoot me a DM and we could talk about it. And I hope you have a great, great day. Milio out.